Archangel Michael says, something unexpected is unfolding right behind your back, and it involves a woman whose eyes have silently followed your journey. She never clapped for you in public, never commented, never encouraged, but she watched every single step you took. Her silence wasn't absence, it was calculation, waiting for the moment you'd shine bright enough to benefit her. What's more unsettling is that you've likely crossed paths with her more than once. She acted as though she didn't notice you, but deep down, she was observing everything. From your smallest efforts to your biggest milestones, she studied them like blueprints. Archangel Michael says, she isn't someone random. She's someone who knows more than she should. She's someone who's been gathering information, not to praise you, but to position herself beside you once the doors open wide. There was a time when you needed support. You were confused, struggling, searching for signs, but she stayed quiet. She stood at a distance, watching, collecting, waiting. Type Amen to get blessing 333. Now, her intentions are stirring. She's starting to feel the pressure of your glow, the fear that she'll be left behind if she doesn't make her move soon. This woman is not approaching you out of love or loyalty, she's approaching because you're rising. And people like her attach themselves to progress, not people. She told others you wouldn't make it. She giggled when things went wrong for you. But now? She's trying to align herself with your light, pretending she always believed in you. Your journey has awakened something in her. But it's not admiration, it's envy. And now that your time has come, she wants in like she was always part of the story. Type Amen to get blessing 764. Her silence was never respect, it was a disguise. She didn't want you to see the jealousy behind her smile. And now, that mask is slowly slipping. She knows your potential now terrifies her. The more you rise, the more irrelevant she feels. So she's creating ways to stay close to your energy. She might offer you help. She might compliment your work. But behind the pretty words, there's a strategy forming. Type Amen to get blessing 899. This woman is known by others. In circles you walk through, she pretends to be neutral, but behind curtains, she's active. She asks questions about you she has no business asking. What she doesn't realize is, your growth was earned in silence. You didn't need her, and you don't need her now. The ones who are coming to support you are sent by divine hands, not manipulative hearts. Her timing isn't a coincidence. She's coming now because she sees results. Not because she values the process. Type Amen to get blessing 247. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. She's trying to reinvent herself now, to fit your new narrative. She wants to appear as someone who's been rooting for you. But you know the truth, you remember who was there when the lights were off. This woman has crafted a version of herself that looks supportive, but is actually opportunistic. Her plan is to ride the wave you created. And she's hoping you won't see through her. There are people around you who know her true colors. But they've been silent, waiting for you to notice. And now, the moment is here. Type Amen to get blessing 522. Be cautious. Her moves are subtle. She'll dress it up in kindness, but the motive is clear: access. Access to your vision. Access to your favor. Access to the doors you opened with your own pain. Her compliments now are loud, but they were whispers when you needed encouragement. She claps now only because the crowd is watching. Type Amen to get blessing 681. There's a reason this is being revealed today. Spirit doesn't expose what's harmless. Spirit shines light on danger dressed as comfort. This woman may have a plan to bind herself to your progress. Through friendship, business, or emotional appeal. But don't be deceived. Your discernment is a gift. You are not obligated to let everyone in just because they suddenly see your value. Especially those who ignored it before. Type Amen to get blessing 456. Her sudden interest is a reflection of your unstoppable momentum. You are no longer who you used to be, and she knows it. That's why she's rushing in. But let this be clear, not every smile is genuine. Not every presence is safe. And not every well-wisher wants to see you truly win. This woman was silent when the world turned its back on you. But now that your light is too loud to ignore, she's scrambling for a place. Type Amen to get blessing 112. Keep your circle guarded. Keep your spirit alert. Because when blessings begin to rain, even the ones who doubted you try to carry umbrellas beside you. You were divinely protected through every lonely season. And that same protection now serves as a shield from pretenders. Watch the patterns, not the promises. She may claim she wants to support, but her real aim is to be seen with you, to gain from you, to feed off you. She doesn't want to build with you. She wants to benefit from what's already built. Type Amen to get blessing 808. Your progress threatens her comfort. She thought you'd stay below her, out of sight, out of success. But now that you're climbing, she wants to share in something she never believed in. Let her keep watching. Let her observe from a distance. But do not let her enter the place she never helped create. You're not being arrogant, you're being wise. This isn't about revenge. It's about clarity. Type Amen to get blessing 292. People like her only show up when it's harvest time. But where were they when the soil was dry? When your tears watered the dream alone? Your path is sacred. Your calling is holy. Not everyone gets access to this level. Let her prove her soul before she enters your space. The truth is, she's terrified of being forgotten. She's afraid that without you, she won't be visible. But she missed her chance when it truly mattered. Type Amen to get blessing 665. Her eyes have been on you longer than you thought. She's not just aware of your progress. She's been tracking it like a shadow. From your online posts to your public wins, she knows the details. But she doesn't carry joy for you, she carries fear of being left behind. Her actions are reactive, not genuine. Don't let her sorrow be your burden. Don't let her timing be your trap. Protect your progress fiercely. Type Amen to get blessing 410. Even the serpent watches from the bushes with interest. But you are not naive anymore. You've learned how to discern presence from purpose. The woman who ignored your cries, who laughed in secret when you failed, now wants to enter with a grin. But your spirit knows better. Your next season requires clean hands and clean hearts. Not hands that only appear when gold is found. Type Amen to get blessing 955. You are rising for a reason. You were built to shine in ways that expose those who hid during your storms. Let this be your moment of confirmation. You've done the work. You've carried the pain. You've earned the right to be cautious with your gait. This woman may try to disguise herself in sympathy, but your spirit sees through illusion. Trust it. Type Amen to get blessing 778. The days ahead will reveal more. You'll see others like her begin to surface. People who once dismissed you will now request favors, friendships, and second chances. But you've been reborn. You no longer operate on desperation. You move with destiny. Let her knock, let her smile, but you don't owe her entry. You owe yourself peace. Type Amen to get blessing 349. More surprises are coming, some good, some revealing. Spirit is clearing your path so only true hearts walk beside you. This woman's presence is a test. Will you allow old patterns to repeat? Or will you honor the new standard you fought so hard to establish? She watched your struggle like a spectator. Now she wants to write herself into the victory scene. Type Amen to get blessing 101. You are protected. You are elevated. You are not alone in seeing the truth. Spirit is exposing this for your safety, not your guilt. Be firm. Be kind. But be unshakable. Archangel Michael says, let her remain an audience member, do not hand her the pen to your next chapter. Her season in your life has passed. And her return is not your responsibility. Keep rising. Keep shining. And let no shadow dim what God is about to do through you. Type Amen to get blessing 999. She thinks proximity will rewrite history. That if she smiles long enough and praises loud enough, you'll forget her absence during your trials. But your spirit carries memory like armor, it remembers who was silent, who was watching, and who was plotting. Do not feel guilty for guarding what you built with pain, prayer, and persistence. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table just because they now hunger for the meal. Her appetite wasn't there when all you had were crumbs. You gave freely before and were taken for granted. But this is the season of sacred boundaries. This is when you learn to say no without apology and protect what heaven is establishing for you. Type Amen to get blessing 144. Your elevation has drawn spectators, but not all of them applaud with truth in their hearts. Some watch to calculate. Some watch to compete. Some, like her, watch to steal. The woman who once avoided your dreams is now strategizing her way into your victories. She might use kindness, old memories, or even guilt to re-enter your life. But nothing genuine is built on pretense. Let her keep watching. Let her witness what obedience to God brings. But do not let her close enough to interfere with the flow. Type Amen to get blessing 515. Your spiritual radar is sharp now. You don't need explanations to feel what's off. Her energy will never match your purpose, and the more you ascend, the more exposed her motives become. This revelation isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to prepare you. So you won't confuse familiarity for faithfulness. So you won't confuse sudden kindness for divine alignment. She's moving fast because time is exposing her. She doesn't want to be left behind. But what she fails to see is, God already closed that door for a reason. Type Amen to get blessing 230. This is your wake-up call. What you allow in your space now will shape what flows in your future. You've healed too much to invite confusion. You've grown too much to entertain manipulation. Let her words pass through discernment, not emotion. Let her smiles pass through spirit, not nostalgia. And let her presence remain where it belongs, outside your sacred circle. People like her often test boundaries with soft voices and fake tears. But you've mastered silence, so now you master protection. Type Amen to get blessing 382. Your destiny is not a group project. It's a sacred journey that not everyone can walk. And while she tries to blend in, the truth is, she was never meant to be part of this chapter. Watch who returns when success speaks louder than your cries once did. That's when true motives rise. That's when true motives rise. That's when familiar faces show unfamiliar spirits. She's not here to add, she's here to gain. And if you're not careful, she'll drain the very light you fought to keep alive. Type Amen to get blessing 697. This is divine confirmation. That strange feeling you had? That moment of hesitation when she reappeared? It wasn't doubt, it was divine protection whispering, not this one. The woman you see now isn't new, she's resurfacing. But her role is expired, and her purpose was never genuine. Let her stay in the distance from where she watched before. You're no longer begging for support. You are choosing alignment. And she is not aligned with what God is doing next. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Let this message be your shield. Let it remind you that not every hand extended to you is from love, some are from strategy. And some strategies are meant to strip, not strengthen. She's packaging her interest in admiration, but your spirit knows it's rooted in fear. Fear of missing out, fear of being irrelevant, fear of seeing you rise without her. But that's not your burden. Her feelings are not your responsibility. Your calling is. Type Amen to get blessing 777. You are under divine watch. What you built, what you fought for, what you wept over, it is sacred. Don't hand it over to someone who only watched when it was hard and now wants to share when it's easy. This woman had chances. She had moments to speak, to stand, to sow, but she stayed back. And that silence has consequences. You are not cold, you are clear. You are not bitter, you are bold. Let her carry the weight of her choices. Type Amen to get blessing 611. There is no room in this chapter for false loyalty. For people who only arrive when the music starts. For women like her who once ignored your tears and now celebrate your trophies. Watch how she talks to others about you, then watch how she talks to you. The difference is the distance between truth and agenda. She may attempt emotional closeness. She may try to resurrect old conversations, laughter, memories. But they no longer belong here. Type Amen to get blessing 469. She is sensing your breakthrough. That's why she's moving with urgency. She wants to be present when your name is called. But she wasn't present when your soul was broken. Let her watch. But do not let her walk. Let her praise. But do not let her partner. She's not your enemy, but she is not your ally either. You have entered a space where elevation demands separation. And not everyone qualifies. Type Amen to get blessing 540. Stay grounded. Stay alert. God isn't just blessing you, He's also filtering your circle. He's revealing hearts in layers. This woman, though silent before, has always kept her eyes on you. Not with love, but with longing to one day benefit from your fire. But your flame isn't for opportunists. This light was built in darkness. This platform was birthed in pain. And it will be preserved through wisdom. Type Amen to get blessing 384. Let her intentions unfold on their own. You don't need to confront. You don't need to expose. Just distance. Just discern. Every move she makes now is because she sees what's coming for you. And it's big. It's something she never believed you'd touch. That's why her presence feels off. That's why her voice now trembles with false sweetness. It's desperation, not destiny. Type Amen to get blessing 291. You are no longer in survival. You are in sacred purpose. And with that comes the wisdom to separate what's real from what's rehearsed. Her eyes have watched your every move. Her silence screamed louder than words. And now, her presence is just another reminder of what disloyalty looks like dressed in kindness. You are protected. You are powerful. And you do not owe her a doorway into your divine season. Type Amen to get blessing 743. This is your confirmation. Let peace guide your steps. Let truth guard your space. And let discernment lead your heart. Not every return is a rescue. Not every hand is help. And not every woman smiling is your sister in spirit. You are rising above the level where shadows used to feel like shelter. And you now walk only with the light. Type Amen to get blessing 322. Let this moment be sealed in clarity. You know who she is. You feel the tension. And you now hold the permission to release her quietly. No announcement needed. No fight. No explanation. Just distance, and alignment with what's next. She has watched enough. She has plotted enough. And now, she has no place at your table. Type Amen to get blessing 157. The more you shine, the more the hidden ones step forward. But this time, you're ready. You will not confuse movement with loyalty again. She had her moment. Now, it's yours. Let her stay in the audience while you take the stage. Alone if needed, but never again with leeches. Archangel Michael says, the gates of favor are opening, and only truth can pass through. This woman is not truth, she is a lesson. And today, you finally understand why her silence hurt more than her words ever could. Type Amen to get blessing 1000. She's watching you like a storm watches the shoreline, waiting to see how close she can get before being pushed back by your force. Her goal is not celebration, it is silent infiltration. And if you're not careful, she will slip through sympathy, disguised as someone who belongs in your breakthrough. You are not the same person she once overlooked. You've been through spiritual fire, and your spirit now carries discernment like a sword. One that cuts through deception, no matter how well it's dressed in politeness. This woman wants what you carry, not who you are. Her interest is in your influence, not your inner strength. And now that the world is starting to see your light, she's suddenly reintroducing herself like she never left. Type Amen to get blessing 631. But your soul remembers the quiet moments. When she said nothing as others tore you down. When she smiled in your face but doubted you behind closed doors. That memory is divine warning, hold on to it. Let no smile erase the past she thought you forgot. Her silence during your struggle is her loudest confession. Her sudden arrival is her admission that she never expected you to get this far. She wants to be part of your spotlight, but she was absent in your shadows. She's not confused, she's calculating. And now that the results are undeniable, her mask of admiration has surfaced. Type Amen to get blessing 299. She believes if she enters quietly enough, she won't be noticed. That if she praises loud enough, your spirit will soften. But what she underestimates is how much you've healed, and how guarded your spirit is now. This is not paranoia, this is divine awareness. You are not rejecting her out of pride, you are releasing her out of protection. She is not assigned to your destiny, no matter how familiar her voice may sound. It's not your responsibility to fix what she broke through neglect. It's your duty to preserve the garden you've been growing with tears. She cannot harvest where she did not help plant. Type Amen to get blessing 447. This woman is making plans behind smiles. She's watching what you say, how you move, and who claps for you. Every success you post is another reason she inches closer. But God is whispering to you, nudging your gut with truth. And that discomfort you feel around her is not rudeness, it's revelation. You don't owe her your peace. You don't owe her your progress. What you owe is protection, to the version of you that cried through the dark while she watched in silence. Type Amen to get blessing 880. She may mention old memories. She may bring up laughs and moments, but none of them erase the fact that she chose distance over support when it mattered most. This isn't about revenge. It's about reverence, for your time, your spirit, and your future. Her season expired, and it's not your job to give it new life. Let her call, let her ask, let her smile, but let her stay where she's always been, outside the fire she thought would burn you. Now that it has refined you, she wants to touch the glow. Type Amen to get blessing 244. You are walking into a space that few get to reach. A space birthed from obedience, isolation, and spiritual warfare. And she only wants to reap the glory without paying the cost. You see clearer now. You feel it in your chest when someone's energy doesn't belong. Don't ignore that warning. It's heaven's way of reminding you, discernment is your sword. Use it. She wants to connect again, not because of love, but because your platform now has a view. But views don't erase history, and truth always speaks, even when mouths are silent. Type Amen to get blessing 177. Every time she compliments you, listen closely. The words are sweet, but the energy behind them is anxious. She's not rejoicing in your success, she's racing to stay relevant in it. This is your moment to choose wisdom over warmth. Familiarity is not loyalty. And her sudden closeness is not reconciliation, it's a recon mission. She's trying to read your blueprint, not celebrate your blessing. Let her see, but never give her access. Type Amen to get blessing 533. She doesn't deserve a seat at the table that you bled to build. Let her be the audience, not the advisor. Let her remain a chapter, not a co-author of what's next. This is the time to protect your spirit like treasure. You've already paid the price in heartbreak. You won't do it again out of guilt or obligation. There is no apology in choosing your peace. There is no shame in turning away from people who once turned their backs on you. Type Amen to get blessing 398. She's watching you now not because she's proud, but because she's worried that she lost access to something powerful. And she did. But she chose that loss the day she stood silent when you were sinking. She didn't plant seeds, she just wants the fruit. But heaven doesn't bless opportunists. Heaven blesses obedience, patience, and truth. Let her carry the burden of her own choices. You carry the blessing of your obedience. That's the difference between you and her. Type Amen to get blessing 920. Soon, more like her will appear. People from your past who suddenly remember your number. People who dismissed your vision when it was only an idea. Don't fall for it. Discern it. You are not here to rescue their ego, you are here to walk fully in the calling you almost gave up on. The woman watching you now never thought you'd get this far. That's why her eyes are wide, her words rehearsed, and her timing suspicious. Type Amen to get blessing 521. She's watching, yes. But not because she supports. Because she envies. Because she underestimated you, and now, she's running out of time to attach herself. But you've closed the doors to desperation. Your energy is sacred. Your space is earned. And her name doesn't appear on this season's guest list. Keep building. Keep flying. Let her watch, let her wonder, but never let her in. Type Amen to get blessing 602. Because the glow you now carry comes from God, not validation. Not followers. Not fake friends. And she can't replicate that. You are covered in divine light. And that light repels manipulation. It chokes out flattery. And it sets fire to every false connection trying to pretend it belongs. This woman wanted to wait until the blessing came. Now that it's here, she wants to walk in with clean hands, but heaven saw her actions long before her arrival. Type Amen to get blessing 300. So walk bold. Walk wise. And know this, God doesn't expose without purpose. He is showing you her spirit now so you don't invite her back out of sympathy. This is your clearance. This is your confirmation. You are not imagining it, this woman is not for you. Let her stay where she belongs, outside your elevation. Her window to sow was during your struggle. That window has now closed. Type Amen to get blessing 888. Final word from Archangel Michael. What she watched from afar is no longer hers to touch. Let her carry the memory of what she missed. Let her carry the consequences of her absence. You don't need to fight her. You don't need to expose her. Your silence will speak. Your progress will testify. And her distance will remain exactly where it was meant to be, far from your future. Type Amen to get blessing 1111.